Have you ever fallen and not been able to get up? For older generations, maintaining balance and avoiding bruises can be difficult. Fortunately, there are some simple practices we can implement and exercises we can do that will keep us standing tall. This is especially important for elders who may live alone. John Fitzgerald is a certified personal trainer through the American Council of Exercise, whose specialty is senior fitness, and he's going to help us learn some new exercise strategies today. John, thank you so much for coming on.
Happy to be here.
Tell us why fall prevention is so important for seniors.
It is important. It's fairly serious. Unfortunately, about 1 out of every 3 seniors falls or experience a fall during a year. Out of those falls, about 1 out of 5 results in a serious injury. A serious injury is a head injury or perhaps a broken bone. You expand on that. The problem is once a senior falls, then they develop a fear of falling. That can lead them to be more inactive, which will weaken their muscles and then lead to possibly more falls. It almost becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Gotcha. We're going to get to some of that activity in just a minute, but I want to know from you, what are some common household slip or fall hazards that seniors might not be aware of?
Things to look out for: throw rugs, pets, poor lighting and clutter. Throw rugs. They of course slide they can tend to slide when you step on them. The edges curl up. My opinion, get rid of throw rugs. At the very least, put that double-sided non-slip tape on them. Pets, I'm a pet lover, but at nighttime, you need to pin the little guys up because when you're on your way to the restroom, eventually you're going to trip over one of them. Lighting is fairly self-explanatory. Put a night light in the hallway, the restroom, so you can see where you're going. Furniture, make sure you have a clear path to where you're going. As you know, when it's nighttime, you're groggy, maybe you can't see as well. Make sure you know where you're going. On walkways, make sure it's clutter-free. Pick up clothes, shoes, magazines, things we tend just to discard when we're not thinking about it. I'm under 50 and I have to yell at my kids to take their shoes out of the walkway because you don't want to trip over them. Those are things to look out for.
Definitely. Now, obviously, mistakes do happen.
Absolutely.
What should a senior do if they do slip and fall?
If they slip and fall, you have 2 or 3 different scenarios. If they slip and fall and they think they're hurt, obviously call 911 if you can. It's better to get yourself checked out by a professional. Now, obviously, a lot of seniors live by themselves, or if they hurt themselves, they cannot get to a phone. I highly recommend everybody get a alert pendant. You know the old commercials, help, I fall and I can't get up. I know they're silly, but they work. I recommend every senior has one of those, whether they live alone or not. To your point, in any scenario, again, especially for folks that live alone, be on the buddy system. Have a friend, have a neighbor, have a loved one that will check in on you from time to time and you check in on them. If they don't hear from you in a certain amount of time, hopefully they'll zip over, make sure you're okay.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to let you have the floor and demonstrate some exercises that seniors can do every day.
Fantastic. Every day. Now, to your point, and of course we've given you all the scary stats, right? But the most important thing to remember is falling is not the natural part of aging. Okay? People tend to think, oh my gosh, I'm getting older, I'm going to fall. That's not the case at all. The most important thing to do to prevent falls is, besides fall-proofing your house, stay active. Do something. I don't care what you do. Make it fun. Walk on the beach. Go to an arts and crafts show. Participate in a silver sneakers class at your local gym. Go to the Cyclovia Open Street Party on March 25th. That's a great event. But to your point, things that we can do every day. We want to strengthen our lower body and we want to practice balance. Okay? The best exercise for strength building is what I call chair squats. Fairly self-explanatory. We're in our chair, our rear end scooted toward the edge, lean slightly forward to get that weight over your knees. The old adage is nose over toes, and simply stand up. I'm moving my hips, my chest is out, I'm getting air, I'm nice and tall. Continue to do that. That is the most important exercise you can do. We're building up our quads and our rear ends, okay? Plus, it's functional. We get up and out of chairs every day. From there, we've worked the quads. If you need to, so you're standing up, stand as much as possible, obviously. March in place. I'm just moving one knee or lifting one foot off the ground at a time. If you need balance, certainly have your chair with you. If you can, no balance or no support from the chair. What I'm doing, I'm working these hip flexors. That's the muscles that lift my legs off the ground, getting into cars, going up steps, clearing rugs that we talked about earlier, plus my weights transferring from one foot to the other. From there, you can go right into, it's kind of a funny name, it's called a butt kicker. Working my hamstrings, I work the front of my legs. Coming from the side, I simply raise that heel up to my rear end. Again, I'm switching feet. If you need balance, by all means, balance with a chair. If not, and you can do it independently, even better. Again, I'm shifting my weight back and forth, and I'm working the back of my legs. Last strength move that we can do anywhere. Calves, simple heel raises. I'm up on my toes. Okay, I'm strengthening my calves and I'm stretching them out. Plus, as I go up and down, I'm adjusting or moving my center of gravity. Helps us balance. Again, if you can do it hands-free, please do. Hold it. None of these exercises are about speed. I don't want you going back and up and down, right? Nice and controlled. Those are 4 easy strength exercises you can do anywhere. For pure balance, look at the way you're standing. Your feet are apart. I'm about shoulder width apart, right? Put your feet together. Narrow that base. That will make your core become engaged. It's a different experience. Work on that balance. This is the most elementary exercise. Once you're in this position, again, I'm nice and straight. Move your arms around. It's funny, that will, again, shift your center of gravity, engaging the core, waking up some of those muscles that may have atrophied over time. Once you're there, once you do that, 1 foot off the ground. Now I'm spotting somewhere, right? I'm looking, trying to focus, standing on 1 foot. If you look at my ankle, it's twitching. Those muscles are helping me balance, as is my core. Now, most people go, well, John, I can only do that for 2 seconds. Excellent. Let's do it 2 seconds. After that, increase. The goal is to be able to maintain this position for about 30 to 45 seconds. Okay? From here, we've had our knee in front of us, go to what's called the crane position. My knee is turned out. It's going to cause me to lean to side. Again, I'm activating different muscles. So again, my foot's right at my ankle, and I'm balancing. As you improve, that foot can come up. And again, hold it for as long as you can. Last thing we can do, called the balance beam. Some people call it the DUI walk. Just like you've seen on TV. Heel to toe, heel to toe. Now I'm looking directly in front of me. If you can, look at a wall. We want folks to avoid looking at the ground, okay? We call that the old man shuffle. I know that's a terrible name, but some folks, because of fear of falling, they're looking at the ground, they're all hunched over, and their feet are barely moving. That leads to a lot of falls. I teach all my folks, or try and train all my folks. You're up, now you're looking about, but you're lifting your feet up. Work on strength for your lower body. Those balance exercises should help you out every day. That's another common question. How many times should I do this? As often as possible, a minimum of 4 times a week. The strength exercises or strengthening exercises, shoot for about 15 reps every day.
Fantastic. John, thank you so much for coming on and sharing these great low-impact exercises with us.
Happy to do it.